YouTube. Today is Sunday, day before I go hit the gym. And yeah, I'm gonna make some more videos tomorrow, but today is a special YouTube video. I haven't really made any videos on I like this or like that about women lately, and I've noticed some women have been watching a lot of my YouTube videos. Like, literally, they starting to watch some of my old content and some of my new content. Some of the women like my videos. Some of the women, on the other hand, they understand, but not everyone's gonna be liking the videos. That's obvious. So today's YouTube video is gonna be called "Sex Game." I like black women, white women, and Mexican women. Hooter Girls. Yes, you heard me. I'm gonna say it again loud and clear. Sex game. I like black women, white women, and Mexican women that are Hooter Girls. Now, you do know that I love to go to Hooters. I mean, I love me some Hooters. Ever since I was in high school and college, I've always said Hooters was the place to drink alcohol, party, kick ass, and take names. Now, most people are going to say, oh, you're just making a YouTube video because you like to look at ass and titties. Okay. As a heterosexual black man, I do love to look at some ass and titties. What man don't like to look at no ass and titties? You ask a black man, you ask a white man, you ask a Mexican man, you ask an Asian man, and about 99.99% accurately, the vast majority of us men are going to say, yes, I would go to Hooters because I like to watch ass and titties. But I also love my sports. I like my basketball. I like my football. I like hockey. Yes, I'm a black man. I like hockey. You heard me. Some of y'all like hockey. Yeah, basketball, football, hockey. I don't watch baseball because every time I watch the LA Dodgers, for some sad, strange reason, I must be cursed. Every time I watch the LA Dodgers, they always lose. I don't watch the Dodgers, they win. But I watch the Dodgers, they lose. I'm not player hating on the LA Dodgers baseball team. What I'm saying is every time I watch them, they always lose. Don't ask me why. When I say a curse, what I'm saying is every time I watch them on TV and cable, they lose. If it's the World Series, they lose. But I don't watch it, they win. The only time I watched the LA Dodgers baseball game and they won and I watched them on TV is either preseason or season. We get to the playoffs, we get to the World Series, they lose if I watch. I don't watch, they win the World Series. It's funny, it's strange. I don't know what goes on in the sky, but something be going on. So for me, basketball, football, hockey, boxing, MMA, I love my sports, okay? And when I go to Hooters, I watch those sports. And I also love the Hooter Girls. Now, some people might say, why you like black women as Hooter Girls? Now, when I go to Hooters and I see a black girl at Hooters, oh, they got lots of junk in the trunk. The big butt, the big breasts, them killer thighs. They built like Wonder Woman from the comic books. That's the times where I like black women at Hooters. They're built like Wonder Woman. I'll say Wonder Woman. I'll even say She-Hulk from the Marvel comics, She-Hulk. Now, I don't expect you women to know who She-Hulk is, but she is the cousin of the Incredible Hulk, and she be built. And some of the women be tall at Hooters. Like, some of these women at Hooters be 6 feet tall. Like, tall white women, tall black women. I'd be like, damn. A tall white girl that's 6 feet tall, she be fine as hell. And there's some black women 6 feet tall as hell. So don't be thinking that because I ain't said, well, I like tall women. I like short women at Hooters. I like women that are black, white, Mexican. So I don't want no one talking about, there's some black women that work at Hooters. There's white women. I like all three, okay? I like all three flavors of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. You give me the chocolate, you give me the vanilla, you give me the strawberry, aka Napoleon ice cream. I like all three damn flavors of ice cream. Hell, I can even go as far as to say I like Asian women that are at Hooters. I might have seen one or two. So yeah, I like all three of them. Right now, I'm explaining why I like black women at Hooters. I mean, I don't care. Black women 6 feet tall, black woman 6'4", black woman short. I don't care if the black woman dark skinned it, light skinned it. I like black women at Hooters. I don't really have any problems with black women at Hooters. I got hit on by a black woman at Hooters like 8 years ago when I was in Santa Monica. There used to be a Hooters in Santa Monica, and I guess people got they shut the shit down because they would have like 50 people stand outside of a front crowd, and every time they had Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Manny Pacquiao fighting on pay-per-view on a Saturday afternoon, they would have 50 people outside at Santa Monica, and one day I decided I wanted to go to Hooters to see Floyd Mayweather fight somebody. I think it was either Marcos Madonna Part 1 or Marcos Madonna Part 2, and they closed the shit down. And I was like, damn, I came to Santa Monica for nothing. Like, they had a Hooters for like almost 8 years, and then they closed it down because they were tired of the fire hazard. And there was a lot of fights breaking out at that Hooters because a lot of guys would get drunk on alcohol, and they forgot that it's not a strip club, and a lot of fights would break out. So they closed it down in Santa Monica. The one in downtown's okay. I mean, they have an upstairs, they have a downstairs. I don't go to the Hooters in downtown that much. They had one in Long Beach, and they relocated in Long Beach. So Long Beach I usually would go to. But the one I always go to is my favorite one, the Hooters in Hollywood. So I don't have a problem with black women that are tall. I don't care if the black woman's 6 feet, 6'4", she's short, she light skinned, she dark skinned. The black woman could be young or old. I don't have a problem with a black woman working at Hooters. You know, I got hit on by a black girl at Hooters when it was in Santa Monica. You know, she found, she was hitting on me. Let's see what else we got. Now, the white girls, for some reason, I always get the tall, sexy, fine-ass white girl. I always get the white girl that's tall. I mean, seriously. And it don't matter if she got red hair, brown hair, black hair, blonde hair. It don't matter if she cut her hair short. I just noticed that every time I go to Hooters, I always get the super sexy, hot, tall white girl that's 6 feet tall. Be having them long legs. Remind me of Stacy Keibler from the days of WWE. Yes, you heard me, Stacy Keibler. You know, that was a tall-ass white girl. And all of us as men, we had our little nice little crushes. Like, I actually liked the Stacy Keibler being 6 feet tall. But this woman was like 6'1" tall. Like, every time I go to Hooters, I always get the white girls that are 6 feet tall. I mean, they be fine and good looking. Nice athletic body, built. Like, if I wanted to create my own music dance video, they would be perfect for dancing and modeling. So that's what I like about the white girls at Hooters. I mean, seriously. I've taken a picture with Hooter girls like maybe once. And let's see, the Latinas, the Mexican girls that work at Hooters. A lot of times I always get the ones with the nice curly hair, they're short, they always got the beautiful smile, and they always make conversation. That's what I love about Hooter girls. They ask you how your day was, what sports you like, and then that whole conversation become about sports. Like yesterday I had this tall white girl ask me about football. And guess what? I like my girls to know something about basketball, football, boxing, MMA. I actually like my girls to be sports acknowledged. It's good to have somebody that knows something so you can make a conversation, get your brain stimulated. You ain't got to talk about sex. You ain't got to talk about rap music or rock and roll. You can talk about sports. You can talk about stuff that's not relating to the subjects. And they give you good conversation, and it helps build up your social skills. Like, that's another place that I recommend men to go to for their birthday, or if you get a job promotion, is to go to Hooters and learn how to talk social. See, a lot of men don't know how to talk to women socially, and when these women come to you and they talk to you socially, that should be considered as practice. Some of the best guys who talk socially is because they go to places like Hooters. Like, they use the television shows, the movies, and the sports to get you nice and comfortable, and then you learn how to talk socially. And a lot of times the black women, the white women, and the Mexican women that work at Hooters, They know how to get you to open up, be nice and comfortable, and help boost your confidence up and make you learn how to talk socially. The more you go to Hooters and the more you learn how to talk socially, the better you get good at talking to women at work, at school, and at the gym. It's like practice. If you play basketball or football and you practice, you get good at basketball and football because you practice. Well, if you go to Hooters and you learn how to talk socially to women, then it builds confidence to talk to women outside the environment. You get real confident, you get real good and motivated. What's going to happen? You're going to learn how to be confident talking to black women, white women, and Mexican women that you find physically, sexually attractive at work and at school. And guess what? They're going to go, you're a sociable person. Then they're going to be trying to figure out who taught you how to talk socially. So when guys go to Hooters, the women at Hooters are great at learning how to build your confidence and your motivation. Yes, they're hot, they're sexy, and you find them physically, sexually attractive, but most of the guys learn how to talk real good because they go to Hooters and they build the conversations up. The girls know the alcohol beverages, and the guys be shocked and blown away. And sometimes they'll have the girls sit down with them and drink alcohol if that's allowed, which it's probably not, but you get your social experience. And you want to know what's so good about it? You ain't got to force the Hooter girls to sit down and talk to you. They will talk to you. Now, there are some times where they have to do their job and take their job serious, but you should know the history of Hooters. That's where you go if you have a birthday party. That's where you go if you get a job promotion. That's where you go if you sign your multi-million-dollar deal and you became rich and famous in television and film or in sports or in the entertainment business. And guess what? You get so good talking to girls that are Hooter girls, and if you ever become a talented recruiter, where you think a lot of the fine ass women that appear in a lot of these movies and television shows, what do you think their job was in the first place? Being a Hooter girl. Now, to me, the Hooter girl, what makes her physically, sexually attractive is that they take 50% of being a cheerleader and the other 50%, of course, being a stripper. So it's like the best of both worlds. You get the cheerleader and the stripper all wrapped into one in one girl. Now, I'm not saying they're strippers now. That's not what I said. What I said was they take 50% of the cheerleader and 50% of the stripper and they put them together, and what do you get? You get the Hooter girls. You get the best of both worlds. You get to watch sports, you get to drink alcohol, and you get to socialize with girls. Now, some people might say that sounds a bit desperate. It can come off as being desperate, but here's the difference between Hooters and a strip club. Hooters actually builds your social skills to where you can speak intellectually and socially. That's what Hooters does. And it helps build up your confidence to make you learn how to talk to women outside of the Hooters environment. So you're not always scared and dependent. A strip club, you're most likely going to be desperate and sometimes dependent because you may not have the motivation and the confidence. That's why they say when you go to a strip club, that might help you when it comes to being sexually frustrated, but you still have a problem outside the strip club because you're still going to be trying to, what? Go after the women that still rejected you. With Hooters, they try to get you to see the mistakes and the things you need to correct about yourself before trying to go out there and talk to other women. Like, you can get rejected at Hooters. It normally doesn't happen, but when it does, it's not like how at work or at school. And what I'm saying is these women are in athletic shape. And guess what? A lot of men like women in athletic shape. So they take the cheerleader and the stripper and they put them together. And what do? You get the Hooter girls. And guess what? You ain't got to feel nervous or shy around a female when they are sociable. That's when you know it's okay to talk. Now, at a strip club, you are there because it's a sexual frustration problem. So that's the difference between a Hooters and a strip club. Now, most people get confused and say they're both the same, and then some people have to say no, there's a difference, so you have to situate. Hooters is what's going to build up your conversation skills. Strip club is if you're sexually frustrated and you're not interested in talking social. See, you don't go to a place that's just for sexual frustration because that's how you get kicked out of strip clubs. You paid for a lap dance, that's what you went there for. Hooters, you paid for the fun social experience. That's why you always see four groups of people there, and they're all to there in a group because it's a fun social experience. You separate Hooters from the strip club, you're okay. They take the best of both worlds, so half and half. That's why I say I like it. So I like black women, I like white women, and I like Mexican women at Hooters. So I find them physically, sexually attractive. Don't matter if the Hooter girls are tall, short, young or old, black or white. Yes, I like Hooter girls. That's where I go when I want to celebrate my birthday. Some people might say, what about Buffalo Wild Wings? Well, Buffalo Wild Wings is a little different because that's about sports and alcohol. They have girls, but the problem is a lot of guys keep trying to hit on the girls that work at Buffalo Wild Wings and then wonder why the police show up. Not to say it hasn't happened to Hooters in the past. What I'm trying to say is Hooters is because you could see yourself have fun. Like you could take pictures with the Hooter girls and feel confident. That's supposed to help you learn how to talk to women outside the environment so you can at least understand that that's to boost your motivation. Strip club, it keeps you attached and it keeps you dependent. See the difference? They both sound the same, but they're both different. Now, has anyone ever scored at both places? Yes, but that's a story for another time, and I gotta keep the video PG because this video is for adults, not for kids. So when I put in the description, this is not for kids. This is for men and women for the ages of 18 to 50. Yeah, this thing has an age limit. So until then, peace.